Thank you. I'd like to call to order the meeting for the Greenwood Advisory Plan Commission for Monday, January 8th, 2024. The first thing I'd like to do is to welcome Ms. Cherry Stambaugh. This is her first meeting on the Plan Commission, and she's been pretty active in the community so far as things helping with the city and so forth, and she's going to be a very welcome addition to our Plan Commission. The first item on our agenda tonight is election of Plan Commission officers. We have to nominate and vote on a president and a vice president. Are there any nominations?
No, I'll go ahead.
I nominate you to remain president.
I second that.
Are there any other nominations?
I nominate Josh King for vice chairman.
We'll do one at a time.
All right.
So, any other nominations for president? I'm sorry, I didn't word that well. Seeing none, all in favor, please show by raising a hand. All opposed, same sign. 8-0. Thank you. I think. Now we need a nomination for vice president.
I'll nominate Josh King for vice president.
Nomination for Josh King. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
We have a nomination by Mr. Alexi and a second by Ms. Gardner. Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, all those in favor, please show by raising a hand. All opposed, same sign. Thank you. Josh, congratulations to you. Thanks. The next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the meeting of December 11th, 2023.
I'll move.
Motion to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Gardner and a second by Mr. Probst. All in favor, please show by raising a hand. All opposed, are there any abstentions? One abstention, and all opposed, same sign. 7-0-1 with an abstention from Ms. Stambaugh. Are there any special requests or continuances?
Go ahead to the podium there.
Hello, my name is Marcus Crouch. I live in the Glen Oak Commons. I'm just here as well as all the other, most of the people in the room for the Glen Oak or the Walker Commons development. And I'm requesting that this be continued for another 30 to 60 days. I have a petition or a demonstration petition that I started 3 days ago because we got noted. I would live in the notice area. We got noticed the 20th. So of course we had Christmas and then New Year's. Got a little over 9 business days into this. But I only figured out how to do the online petition 3 days ago. And I already have 377 signatures against this. I've been up almost all night for the past week trying to draw a map of the surrounding area that show the obvious traffic concerns that this project's going to cause with all the multifamily development. And so far, with the outcome that's turned out here and the outcome we've got online, I think that we have more than enough citizens that are objecting to this to go ahead and just deny it today. But I would like to continue to actually put together a well-rehearsed speech for you guys.
Okay. Is there any objection to this by the petitioner? Mr. Prime, I think you're representing the petitioner.
Hi.
Good evening. For the record, Eric Prime, Bay Bagel Law Firm, representing the petitioner Apollo Development. We had a virtual town hall meeting last Thursday to address some of the concerns. We have taken those concerns under advisement and have made some changes to the original concept plan, but we do not have an objection to continue to the next plan commission period.
That next plan commission meeting would be in 2 weeks, not in.
I don't think that's enough time. I mean, you can see our turnout here. I have over 400 people to consult with to see exactly why they're against it specifically. Unless you'd like to open up a little more time for us to all speak today, we go ahead.
The rules of the plan commission are the petitioner is allowed 15 minutes, and then the remonstrators individually total 15 minutes.
Yeah, so.
And then there's a 5-minute rebuttal by the petitioner and then a 5-minute rebuttal by the remonstrator. So that time frame will not change.
So since that is the case, I think everybody deserves to be heard. I'm willing to put my time on the line to hear all those people and speak at the next meeting. Make sure that all of their concerns are said within that time frame. And I think that 2 weeks is not sufficient enough time to talk to 370 people, plus the, yes, I'm people are here today.
Okay, well, we'll have a discussion, an open discussion for everybody to hear, and we'll take all this under advisement and see if what we do tonight.
And I would just mention that everyone has our contact information, and my client's contact information from the notices that were sent out. So we're happy to continue the dialogue in that time period with our students.
Nobody got a notice. Yeah.
What notice are you referring to, please?
Yeah, people ordering on, they got notice.
Just a moment, please.
That's right.
Just a moment, please. We will maintain order. The planning department can speak on the notice.
The notices went out to everyone within 300 feet or 2 properties deep of the affected areas, and everyone who was in that area.
Will maintain order or I'll clear the room tonight. This is by city ordinance or state law?
It's by city ordinance.
Okay, so if you are not within 300 feet or within 2 properties, you would not have received the notice, and the city was not obligated to send a notice out.
Of course not.
Yes, sir.
I'm Bob Bitterman, and I live on the Center Drive, been there 22 years. I want proof of delivery of those homes that were mailed. I also say that it is absolutely incredibly stupid or a brilliant move, the way they hid that notice sign on Main Street next to the Walker Egg Farm sign itself. If you at 40 miles an hour, if you're heading east, you're looking at the traffic circle. If you're heading west, you're looking up, coming up over the ridge, and you're not seeing that sign. At 40 miles an hour, it is 0.05 seconds, 50 milliseconds to be able to read that sign that is run parallel. You either stop and get run over, or you park the car and go across the street and look at it. Next thing is that the eye blinks in 150 milliseconds. So that was absolutely a brilliant positioning of that sign, or just a hell of a blunder. But that sign, I demand that there's more than one sign being placed on there, and I want it perpendicular to east and west traffic.
Well,
And I want it more open.
the planning department will follow city rules, regulations, and ordinances.
I don't care.
I don't care if you don't care. Okay, we're gonna get up to where we have a discussion very shortly. We'll take 2 more quick items. Yes, sir.
My name is Rod Williams. I live on Eastern Point Way, and I have no idea what the 300 feet is. But you know, if we're looking at hundreds of homes and how it's going to impact the property value of the neighborhood, you know, truly it is a community effort. Now, I moved in Great Gleno Commons 1992, so it was a cornfield before. So we anticipate development to happen. We want to make sure it's responsible development and, you know, understand all of that. So hopefully we'll have a productive, you know, discussion about it. But that's why I think the 300 feet rule sounds a little,
City ordinance.
yeah.
Last item, please.
Another reason I'd like for 2 weeks is I plan on sending out a broader notice to the neighborhoods that'll actually be affected, which is pretty much the county line of Smith Valley.
Beyond 300 feet.
Yeah, well beyond, I mean, this isn't a barn we're passing a variance on. You know, we're not asking to rezone my backyard because I accidentally went to commercial here. This is severe, massive amount of development in the heart of Greenwood, our community, and you can see the significant outcry from the neighborhood of how bad these apartments, these townhomes are gonna be, which is what my petition is specifically against. The developer refused to even consider getting rid of this. So I don't know how much the continuance is even gonna bear as far as them working with us. I attended the meeting that he brought up that had like 6 people from the neighborhoods in it, because the notices didn't go out to very many people, so very many people didn't know about the meeting. And when I attended the meeting, most of the people that are on there had the same questions. And the one thing that got brought up more than anything is that there's a high percentage of people in these neighborhoods that think that since this is a big developer, this is a big law firm in Greenwood, that there's no hope. So all these people right here, for some reason, have hope. But there's a larger number that think that this is already a lost cause, and that is very depressing.
It's a money grab.
Please. Okay, I'm gonna,
Claremont.
the floor is closed at this time, and the planning commission will have discussion on a continuance. Any comments, any questions?
Is anyone on the board involved in the sale?
Yes.
Any,
Is he gonna recuse himself from the vote?
He's not here.
Okay.
so is there anybody on the plan commission who has comments, questions, or recommendations, or a motion or anything so far as a continuance is concerned?
It seems to me that 2 weeks is an adequate continuance, and hear me out, here's why. As Mr. Schnell said, regardless of the number of remonstrators that you have, you're only gonna get 20 minutes at the meeting. My advice would be in the next 2 weeks is to get together. I'm trying to help you.
I'll leave a copy of the 377.
I understand.
That we have.
But we don't need to hear from 377 people in 20 minutes. That's inefficient use of your time.
These are voters.
I understand.
Every one of them has a voice.
I understand, sir. We're trying to help you out. The best use of your time is to consolidate your top 5 or 10 arguments and then have 5 or 10 people chosen from your group to make those arguments in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because 300 people saying the same thing's not going to be as effective as 10 people saying 10 different things.
This is on the news, just so you know.
I understand.
Mr. Shell, I have one comment as well. In addition to the notices that were mailed to adjoining properties, notice was also posted in the local paper.
Okay,
It was legal advertisement, which I believe follows city code or state law.
It's a state law,
State law.
absolutely.
There were also 3 notice signs, one on each of the frontages on Main Street.
on all 3 properties.
Yeah, perpendicular, so you can't see it.
Please, no comments from the gallery, please. Right now, the planning commission is having discussion on what direction we're going to take this. Okay. Any more, or is there a motion then?
I move to continue this to the next planning commission meeting, 2 weeks.
January 22nd.
Correct.
We have a motion by Mr. Lexi to continue this to January 22nd, 2024 at 7 PM here in the same location. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Milborn. All those in favor, please show a sign by raising a hand. All opposed, same sign. Okay, we will continue. PC 2023-71071, the zone map change, until 2 weeks from tonight. There will be no further notifications of that change. This is the public notification. So if everybody is here for that, there's no more business on that tonight. It'll be in 2 weeks. So I'm assuming a lot of people are going to want to take off. We'll take about a 3 or 4 minute recess and everybody can take off. If everybody's wanting to stick around and listen to us on the other 2 pieces of business, which were our redevelopment commission resolutions, feel free.
Take back, take that petition. I have the signature, the people in the county. Could we please have the sign where you can read it? Turn left,
mean, that's up to, they're up to three, and they're like, that's one side. We don't have two-sided sign.
What do you guys do?
That's not our property, so I can't say it.
Well, I got a question for you. How many of you guys live
See, that's what I'm saying.
You're welcome.
Do you guys want this at all? You don't want it? What's the petition? You want a copy of it? This is a list of all the people that are around.
Can you please move out into the hallway? We have a meeting to conduct, we have city business to conduct.
We gotta go out to the hallway.
You just left.
Thank you very much.
Anybody who's not staying in the meeting, can you please move out into the hallway? Thank you.
You can tell John that story.
I will. I do tell
Please move out into the hallway.
Shut the door.
Noah's the expert.
Yeah, don't let the door in.
You're more than so we are.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Can someone pull the doors, please, so we get a little bit, so people can conduct business here?
He's on.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
IT/doorman.
Thank you. We'll now call the meeting back to order. We'll end the recess. Are there any other special requests or continuances? Seeing none, are there any findings of fact? Seeing none, is there any old business? Seeing none, is there old business from the floor? Seeing none, we'll now move into new business. And the first item in the new business is order for the Greenwood Redevelopment Commission amendment of the East Side Economic Development Area Economic and Development Plan for the Pulte Del Webb project. This is not a public hearing. We're merely forwarding a recommendation on this to the council. So is there a presentation on this?
Yes, I believe Adam Stone is online, and the Plan Commission's role is to determine whether or not the proposed amendment to the East Side Economic Development Area and the development plan conform to the comprehensive plan of development for the city.
Thank you, Sean.
Good evening. This is Adam. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, Adam, go ahead.
Awesome. Well, hey, good evening, commission members. I appreciate the time. The next two items that you have, I'm speaking for. I'm here on behalf of the Greenwood Redevelopment Commission. This project relates to a new allocation area that the Greenwood Redevelopment Commission has declared. They took that action at their last meeting. This project relates to a project agreement that was entered into and executed by the Board of Public Works, Redevelopment Commission, and the developer. This is the second step of a four-step process. As I was just mentioned, the next step would be that it would go to the Common Council, and then ultimately it would have its public hearing at the Redevelopment Commission if it continued on. So again, I'm happy to answer any questions. Otherwise, this is a single site allocation area. The next two are that relate to the projects as described in the packet, and I'm happy to address any other questions that you may have this evening.
Okay, thank you. Questions from?
I have a question.
Yes.
Are they seeking some kind of economic opportunity here or some kind of a tax abatement issue? What is the redevelopment commission resolution, and what are you looking for this development as part of?
Yeah, I can address that. Can you still hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. So really both of these items were site and utility improvements. So the Redevelopment Commission, along with the Board of Works, has entered into a project agreement to reimburse and participate and assist in certain eligible site and infrastructure related costs for both of these projects, for that matter. In the allocation area, in the new economic development area, the TIF revenues would be a means of which that participation would occur. And this would be is an obligated requirement in order to establish that new area.
Thank you.
Questions? Comments?
Question for planning, what's your take on the comprehensive plan in these areas?
The project is in line with our comp plan.
This particular area will create what's called a housing opportunity allocation area, because it's going to be developing housing for 55 and over. and it does conform, according to staff, with the comprehensive plan for how we expect that area to develop.
Thank you.
I mentioned as well, it conforms to what this board would expect the area to develop. We've approved the rezone, we've approved the PUD. I mean, it's been through this board a number of times over the last couple of years, so.
Sounds
But both of these.
Yes. Well, I don't.
Not the
believe
second,
house,
not the second.
but the first one is, yes.
Any other questions or comments? I would accept a motion at this time.
Mr. President, I move to find that Greenwood Redevelopment Commission Resolution number 2023-09, amending the East Side Economic Development Area and Economic Development Plan to add the Pulte Del Webb enlargement area, designate the Pulte Del Webb property as an allocation area, and adopt an age-restricted housing program for the Pulte Del Webb property, conforms to the comprehensive plan of development for the city, to find that the resolution does not displace any persons, to approve the resolution, and to direct the president to execute the order regarding the foregoing determinations and approval in the form presented in the commission's behalf.
Thank you. We have a motion by Mr. King. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second by Ms. Gardner. Any other comments or questions before we vote? Seeing none, all those in favor, please show a sign of raising a hand. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 8-0. The next item is the Redevelopment Commission Resolution 2023-10. This is the resolution of the Greenwood Redevelopment Commission amending the Greenwood East Side Economic Development to the Endress and Hauser Unicorn project. Mr. Stone, did you have any additional information on this?
Nothing additional. A lot of the actual answers that I provided in the previous one are still the same, but just to be transparent, project-specific area, it's same. It was actually agreed again by the Board of Public Works and the Redevelopment Commission. This is step 2 again of this new allocation area process. If the allocation areas and TIP revenues are created, it's going to be allowed to offset certain site and infrastructure costs related to the development of that corner and project as well. So very similar summary, and appreciate the hearing tonight, and happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Stone. Are there any other questions, or is this understood from the previous one? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President, I move to find the Greenwood Redevelopment Commission Resolution number 2023-10, amending the Greenwood East Side Economic Development Area and Economic Development Plan to add the Endress Hauser Unicorn property to the Greenwood East Side EDA and designate it as an allocation area, conforms to the comprehensive plan of development for the city, to find that the resolution does not displace any persons, to approve the resolution, and to direct the president to execute the order regarding the foregoing determinations and approval in the form presented in the commission's behalf.
Thank you. We have a motion presented by Mr. King. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Milburn. Any last comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor, please show a sign of raising a hand. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 8-0. Thank you, Mr. Stone.
Yeah, hey, one last thing on behalf of the Redevelopment Commission, thank you for all of you for hearing those last two. And then on behalf of me, go Michigan, let's go. Bye.
How about Ohio State?
Okay, is there any new business from the floor? Seeing none, are there any announcements? Now, I'll accept one more motion.
Motion to adjourn.